Jeremy Brener just reported something that tells you everything about who RJ Barrett actually is as a person, not just a player. He's reportedly willing to take a pay cut on his next contract just to stay here and help us build a real championship roster. So basically, our hometown guy is about to put his money where his heart already is. In this video, we're breaking down Brener's report on RJ Barrett being willing to take a discount to stay in Toronto, why that says so much about who he is as a person and a competitor, and why his incredible playoff run against Cleveland makes this even more special. Before we get into it, quick shout out. We've been putting out daily uploads trying to keep up with every twist in this offseason, so if you're not subscribed yet, hit that button. Turn on notifications so you don't miss a single thing, because stories like this one are exactly why we do this. All right, so let's dive into it. Starting with the report itself, Jeremy Brener wrote that the Raptors are already paying Yak, Emmanuel Quickley, Brandon Ingram for the time being, even though we know he is likely on the move, and Scotty Barnes a combined total north of $130 million next season, which means Barrett is likely going to have to take a pay cut of his own if he wants to stay here long term. And according to Brener's reporting, Barrett wants to win a championship in his hometown, so he'll actually be willing to take that discount in order to make it happen. Brener pointed to Dylan Brooks' recent 3-year, $73 million deal with Phoenix as a possible market comparison, given the two are considered similar caliber wings, but noted Barrett actually has more upside as a younger player who's already proven he can contribute to winning playoff games for this franchise. And I have to say, that is such an amazing thing to hear from a guy in RJ's position. Think about where he actually is in his career right now. He's coming off arguably the best stretch of basketball he's ever played, and this is realistically set up to be the single biggest contract of his entire career. Most players in that exact spot take the max, no questions asked, and nobody would blame them for it. That's how professional sports usually works. But RJ is reportedly willing to leave real money on the table, money he has absolutely earned, just so this front office has the flexibility to build the best possible roster around him. That's not something you see very often in this league, and it tells you everything about how much winning here actually means to him. And that's really what makes this whole thing hit different, because RJ isn't just some guy who got traded here and happens to be good at his job. He's from Mississauga, born and raised right here in the GTA, the number 3 overall pick back in 2019. And he's talked openly before about how much it means to him to represent this city and this country on a big stage. He's said before that being back home, playing in the same environment he grew up in, means everything to him. So when you hear that he's willing to take a discount purely to help this team compete for a championship, that's not some empty PR line. That's a guy who's genuinely thought about what this city means to him and decided that winning here matters more than maximizing every single dollar. And can we talk about what he actually did for us in that first round series against Cleveland? Because it makes this even sweeter. RJ averaged over 24 points a game across that entire series. He had a 33-point outburst in Game 3, a 25-point, 12-rebound performance in Game 5, and then delivered a legitimate game-winning 3 in overtime of Game 6 to keep our season alive. That wasn't a role player having a nice week. That was our second-best player by a mile, stepping up in the biggest moments of the year for this franchise. So this isn't some declining vet trying to squeeze out one more paycheck. This is a genuine difference maker in his prime, who just showed this entire league what he's capable of on the playoff stage. And he's still willing to take less money just to stay home and keep building something special. Personally, I think this is exactly the kind of culture-setting move that ends up mattering more than people realize. When a guy with RJ's talent and leverage chooses to prioritize winning over maximizing his own paycheck, it sends a message to the rest of the locker room, to future free agents thinking about coming here, and honestly to this entire fan base, that this is a place players actually want to commit to, not just pass through. That's the kind of thing that helps turn a good team into a real sustainable contender. Here's a question I want to hear your thoughts on in the comments. Does this make you appreciate RJ Barrett even more as both a player and a person? And what kind of contract number do you think would actually be fair for him at this point, given everything he's shown us? I know this fan base already loves this guy, but I think stories like this one take it to another level entirely. We've talked all summer about how much this front office has had to juggle between the Kawhi situation and building out the rest of this roster, and having a piece like RJ willing to work with them on money is exactly the kind of break this front office needed. It gives Bobby Webster real flexibility to keep building around Scottie and the rest of this young core, especially with so much money already tied up in Yak, Quickley, and Ingram. Look, this is just a genuinely feel-good story in the middle of a summer that's honestly been pretty stressful for this fan base given everything going on with the Kawhi trade. RJ Barrett, our guy from right here at home, willing to take less money just to help us build something real. That's the kind of player and person you want to build a franchise around. And I hope this fan base shows him just as much love in return. Appreciate everybody pulling up for this one, as always. If this warmed your heart the way it warmed mine, do me a favor and hit subscribe so you don't miss it when this extension actually gets done. Drop your take in the comments. What's a fair number for RJ at this point? Until next time, I'm signing off. Cheers. Before we wrap things up, I just want to say thank you for watching and for being part of the Unlimited Hoops Canada community. Whether you've been here since day one or this is your very first video, we truly appreciate every single one of you. Our goal has always been simple: create the best place on YouTube for Toronto Raptors fans and Canadian basketball fans. No clickbait for the sake of it, no pointless drama, just honest conversations, in-depth analysis, breaking news, trade discussions, player breakdowns, NBA draft coverage, and everything happening across the Canadian basketball landscape. This is more than just a Raptors channel. It's a community of basketball fans who love talking hoops, debating the biggest storylines, celebrating the highs, and surviving the lows together. Whether the Raptors are chasing a championship, developing young talent, making a blockbuster trade, or rebuilding for the future, we'll be here covering it every step of the way. And it doesn't stop with the Raptors. We're passionate about Canada basketball as a whole. From the senior men's and women's national teams to our rising stars in the NBA, NCAA, and youth basketball, we'll continue shining a spotlight on Canadian players making an impact around the world. Canadian basketball has never been stronger, and we're excited to follow this incredible journey with all of you. If you enjoyed today's video, the biggest thing you can do to support the channel is hit that like button. It tells YouTube that you enjoyed the content and helps us reach more basketball fans across Canada and around the world. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a video. We upload consistently, covering breaking Raptors news, trade rumors, free agency, game analysis, draft content, off-season moves, Canada basketball updates, and plenty more throughout the year. We also want to hear from you. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Do you agree with today's take? What would you do if you were running the Raptors? Which Canadian players should we talk about next? We read the comments every day, and many of our future videos are inspired by the conversations happening right here in this community. Finally, if you know another Raptors fan or someone who loves Canadian basketball, share this video with them. Word of mouth is one of the biggest reasons channels like ours continue to grow, and every share genuinely helps. Thank you again for spending part of your day with us. We never take your time or support for granted. Until next time, this is Unlimited Hoops Canada. And as always, keep supporting Canadian basketball, keep believing in the Toronto Raptors, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care, everyone.